Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 27 of Agentuity Demo Days. Got a few updates for you here this week. And we're going to start off with some marketing stuff. So on our marketing website, we're adding some new pages here that are highlighting some of the features that we offer on Agentuity. This is done so that it's a little bit easier for you to understand what functionality we offer, what some of the benefits are, a couple examples here and there, and so that you can sort of figure out what's going on a bit easier. And also, if you share it with your friends, they can kind of figure out what the deal is as well. So that's kind of what I've worked on this week. We've got information on storage. So this is the vector, the KV, the object store. We've got some examples. We've got some use cases, information, screenshots on the website, finally. Pricing information as well. And thanks to Partik, we're starting to add some more videos around a lot of this functionality as well. So you can find those here on our YouTube channel, or you can go obviously to the website and find some stuff there as well. And as always, as on most of our pages that we have on the website, we offer links to resources as well. So, you know, if you're trying to find some information about Agentuity storage options, you can just come here to this page. We got links to all the documentation, some videos, blog posts, etc. So that's storage. We've got information on the I/O as well. Again, got a bunch of videos here that have been done by Partik. We've got AI Gateway, information on observability, and of course, dev mode with the animation. So still working on the last little bits of this, but should be released here hopefully in the next day or two. So keep an eye out for that. And with that, over to Nick.
Hey, thanks. Let me just share my screen. All right. So this agent that I've been working on is a Postman agent. So if you're not familiar, Postman is it supports these collections, and what these are is just kind of a set of requests that are grouped together. And the cool thing about them is that you can provide a set of example requests and then with example responses. So I've been building out an agent. So I made this test API, which is just a dog API. It's just, you know, mock data about dogs and things like that. So, and the important part here is that it generates an OpenAPI schema. So this is kind of, you know, all the specifications of how to interact with the API. So the part that I'll be demoing today in my agent is, so there's two components. There's one that's updating, like creating a Postman collection from a schema. So if you already have an API, you know, in production or something, this part will be able to convert it to a Postman collection. And then the second part, which is still in the works, is going to be updating it and creating some examples through an agent based on the changes that you make to your repo. So I'll show you with that dog example. Just for now, I'll manually kick this off. And then you'll see that in here, I have this new collection, and it actually groups them by tag. So that's really useful if you have a bunch of, you know, different objects. And it creates these examples. But right now, the default Postman ones only use like test values in here. So this is not coming from anywhere. So the goal is to, in the second half, use your repo and the code base to create some actual requests and maybe some descriptions and things like that through an agent. So that's kind of what I'm working on. Hope to, you know, progress this. I think there's a lot of opportunity and like potential of what you could do if you give an agent an OpenAPI schema with more than just Postman, but this is just, you know, one example. So that is all for me, and I'll pass to Gabriel.
I'm disappointed there's not a woof endpoint that just returns
yeah, I know.
bark or something.
I'm really
It could be like it streams an audio back of the different dogs. Could have the AI generate a dog sound.
That'd be good.
All right. I'm gonna be showing just a quick update on our Slack IO stuff. We already had our Slack IO working. Now there's just there was some refactoring with it, so it's more powerful. It has more options now. It behaves more like the actual Slack API, so you can actually do stuff with it. I have here just a code example. The changes are everything on the code side or IO in the web page or IO setup ourselves has not changed yet. There's probably going to be an update eventually for that to facilitate stuff. But whatever setup you have for Slack at the moment should work. It's just more power for you for your agent. So what do we have now is that whenever you require Slack stuff, it comes with the payload itself inside of it. So you can grab what the Slack payload itself has. This Slack payload that we have here, usually it's only the required components that Slack always going to have on the payload. So you can grab the event ID, you can grab the team ID, you can grab your token, you can grab like what the type of the event was and the timestamps and all that. You can grab all of this from the payload itself because it comes on every single payload that you're hitting the events API from. But we also have a Slack message payload, which is the one that we support internally, which is the one we forward to the implementation we have on the system. So it's messages. If you try to talk with your Slack bot through the agent, it's going to respond to the message. And you can grab the message here. The message also works. It has props inside of it. It has all the stuff that it can come on it. It has like all the optional like fields as well. You can do all the stuff that you want with it, and you can just like send a reply. There's some more stuff that I'm working on this, so you can pass like the options here. Like you can pass like all the optional options that you want to use. These is all fitting the Slack API for the post message parameter, so you can like change your bot. You can, if you send a thread TS, it's going to reply on a thread. So it's like if you send the original timestamp here, for example, for the message, if you pass like the message timestamp, it's going to reply to that message specifically, and it's going to make a thread, and it's going to do everything inside there. So it behaves exactly how Slack itself behaves. But we also do another thing. There's now this unsupported Slack payload that we do. If you somehow trying to discern the message here, right? And if you're grabbing this message here, and it happens that Slack is sending a payload which is not like a message that we also support internally on the system, you can grab the raw payload and you can do with it whatever you want. So we forward all the payloads that Slack sends to you from your bot towards your agent. So even if you're not using your integration, now you can just grab whatever you need here and then hit the API yourself with the bot token, right? You can grab the bot token from the payload itself. So you can just hit the API itself and do whatever you want with it.
What would be an unsupported Slack payload? Is that like a reaction or something?
Reactions, interactions, anything that is not a message. There's menu interactions, that command interactions. We only give support to messages inside our system. So anything else, it's like you have full support for it.
And really, really awesome. That's really powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's a really good one. All right, I guess I'll do the wrap-up demo. I've been traveling the last 2 weeks. I just got back just about an hour and a half ago. I was going to do a demo real quick of some of while I've been traveling, I've been working on some CLI changes as it relates to our new infrastructure rollout that we're working on, that we've been working on for a while now. It's hard to demo, but I'll start to demo at least the CLI portion that we're working through. So this is still very much in development, but let me show you. So I'm just running a local build here of the CLI. There's also some nice, as part of this improvement, which I probably should get it out even ahead of this, but also did some really nice grouping now. So it's a little bit nicer looking. So you can see there's some new infrastructure management commands. So I'm going to do cluster, and then I'm going to create a cluster. So this is creating a new cluster that will allow you to run your agent infrastructure in different locations and kind of still managed by us, but maybe run in a private cloud, for example. So let me create a new one. First, you'll pick your organization you want to create the cluster in. You'll pick your provider. These are the 4 that we're going to support out of the box. So the 3 cloud providers, and then VMware for an on-premise or wherever you run your VMware as well. So I'm going to pick Google. You'll be able to pick the size of your cluster. So I'll just pick dev for now, and then depending on the provider, you'll pick which region you want to place that in. So I'm going to pick central, that's where I'm at, and I'll just name it test, for example. What we'll do is we'll give you a couple different experiences. If we detect for the cloud provider you choose, in this case I chose Google, we'll detect if you have the Google tools, and we'll offer to run these commands for you to make it a little bit faster and easier. You don't have to do that. We'll give you the exact command we're going to run. And then you can, of course, have us run it. You can skip it, or you can tell us that you manually ran it, so we know you ran that command. You can also edit the command as well. So let's say I don't like our display name. Maybe I have a certain, a certain pattern that we use, and internally or something. You can edit it, and then we'll edit the command you're going to run. I'll skip these for now, since I already run these, and then I'll get down to our cluster. In this case, I chose a certain configuration, and so I can just then go run it. Obviously, it's not set up correctly right now because I'm working through. I don't want to show you our cluster token, our private token, so it's gonna fail because I commented that out for now. But you get the point. What this will do is it'll go create the cluster, launch our infrastructure, connect it to our dashboard. And you'll be able to go to the dashboard and then continue to manage it. So. That's what's coming very soon. And then there's also one other command. Once you create the cluster and launch at least one machine, you also have some machine management. You'll be able to see your machines, remove them, get statuses of them, eventually SSH into them, etc. So it'll give you kind of full lifecycle management of your clusters, which are multi-cloud, and then your machines that run in those clusters. And those machines are really responsible for basically doing all the orchestration inside your private cloud or inside your private, data center if you're running on premise. So that's it. That's my demo. Short week. I know we have a number of people out this week. So hopefully that was helpful. Great to seeing you, and we will see you next week. So everyone have a wonderful week. Great progress. Bye.